Hello everyone, let's take a look at the LEGO City Ice Cream Truck Police Chase set. With this set you get 3 minifigures, 2 vehicles, an ATM, and just a little bit of other stuff. This is very colorful, very whimsical, and I enjoyed the build. It's very simple as a 5+ set, but it goes together pretty decently well and makes for stuff that fits in with city theme stuff, I think, from higher age ranges as well. It does rely somewhat on stickers for some pretty important details. Let's go ahead and look at that police car first, which is different from usual. It's a 6-wide build, which is not too uncommon right now, and it does use the new vibrant yellow color as its accent. I feel like there's not too much of that color though. It is a fairly translucent thing, but as it's close to the bottom of everything here, it doesn't really stand out, and I think that that's a very good use of that color as just a highlighter line. But what's really interesting about this is the fact that it's not a straightforward car. It's like it's been converted into a truck. It's almost like a really short wheelbase ute. Back here is a dump box. This does like so. And out drop all of these weapons. These are actually caltrops that have been set up, basically deployable loose spike strip bits. And it's just a shuriken with a small barb in silver, so that drops out and it makes for a trap to pop the tires of a bad guy that's behind you. Obviously this thing's going to be faster, you would hope, than the ice cream truck, but you can also take this off as well, or I guess use it for other purposes and basically treat this as a utility vehicle. And I just feel like this is a very useful thing to have as a toy. It's a fast looking sports car, police car, so it's used for pursuit. It's fun, but then it also carries stuff. I think that's just absolutely brilliant. It doesn't make the most sense in the world if you're looking at it too realistically, if you're taking it too seriously, but just as a toy, I think it's absolutely brilliant. And I would love to see more things done like this, pushing the envelope and doing things that aren't so realistic, but that just, stretch the imagination and provide a good experience for kids. The ATM build here is very small and very simple, and I respect that as well because it's not super oversized. It actually looks like it'll decently scale to the size of a minifigure. And I like to see minifigure scaled stuff to go with minifigures. And it has the ability to rip it off. You hook up to this bar in the front and you're going to tear that out. Even though it's so small, it still has the separating capability, and inside of this is of course money, because the bad guys are going to want to get at that. So this does everything that it needs to do with a minimal number of pieces. Let's take a better look at this ice cream truck just by itself. Now obviously the police do in fact need a fast car because this is a souped up ice cream truck, so it's not going to be a total runaway. It's not a complete one-sided battle on the road. This thing is going to be able to get up and go. I appreciate the suggestion there. They don't include one extra piece to make it kind of not a hot rodded version of a ice cream truck, but I think that if you just put one single slope piece there on the hood for the bonnet as a replacement, and then swap the wheels around, just rotate them around to the less sporty looking side of those wheels, you end up with something that looks rather normal. Up here you got the ice cream cone with the single scoop up there, and that opens up to reveal a shooter. So that's a disc shooter. It shoots, or a disc shooter. It shoots the 2x2 round discs, or out goes that thing. That actually went off to the side, strangely. They usually go a little bit straighter than that. But this is the new splat piece that was just introduced this year in many colors, and also with a print. So you've got the dark pink version there, and they also have lime green and medium azure versions of the same for the different flavors. Unfortunately, the turntable up here on top does not lock, so it doesn't have any ratchets on it. You can open up the side over here to get access to the interior, and inside you'll find a console which is suspicious. Doesn't necessarily look like something that goes with an ice cream truck. Maybe they've got a police scanner going on there, or maybe that's the targeting interface for the turret up above. They also have a couple of products that can be sold and a spot to place some other materials, and I'll show you exactly what can go there, but you can see that a figure is intended to sit down there, not stand. And if this is being used as an actual ice cream truck, you just open up the window this way. It is kind of necessary to open the side from the back and then push that out so that you get access to, for somebody to come up, a customer to come up. The bar on the outside allows a secondary crook to hold on for dear life on the outside after maybe hooking up the ATM to this hook right here. So that's what that's all about. And to get access to the driver's compartment, you just pull off this front part of the roof, of course, as usual. And inside is just a seat for a single driver. It also does have the openable doors on the sides for what little that is worth, just for playing around with it. I will note, though, that there is no access to the back from the top. So none of the roof here, and I did accidentally knock that off, but none of the roof here is designed to come off easily. It's all pretty well attached. So really the only way to get back here is to open this up from the side, which means you're not going to get as good of access as you might normally expect for this size of vehicle. And here's the thing that goes inside the truck behind the turret operator's seat, just in that 2x2 jumper. It just allows them to hold on to some tools, and there's one single rotary saw included to help with their getting into the ATM. These figures are from the Lego City Adventures TV series, but the one on the left is not named in this set officially, but the one in the middle with the medium as your main color is Crook Ice, and the one on the right is Crook Cream. That's right, it's Crook Ice and Crook Cream. It's Lego City Adventures. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, you won't get it. If you do see it, maybe you won't get it depending upon how willing you are to accept silliness. It is very silly. I find it to be very enjoyable myself. That is a new mold, of course, for this year for the ice cream costume, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm interested to see what it will look like once you try to make it look like a real ice cream by filling it up with some additional pieces. I think all of these figures look really good, and the best news here for me is that each one has something additional. That's pretty cool right there, but each has something additional. You say, you lied. The one on the right doesn't have anything additional. Nope, I did not lie, because check this out. This one comes with an extra hair piece in the dark azure color, and this one comes with a dark pink colored long cap with the small mini peg hole in the top. Excellent. Once again, giving us just a little something extra in the way of headgear pieces, which makes them way, way, way more useful as figures. Thank you, Lego. Keep it up. These are the handful of leftover pieces. It's still really weird to see shurikens in a Lego City set. And here's what the sticker sheet looked like. And I think that this is a very reasonable sticker sheet because pretty much everything here really adds to the set. Now, somehow, Palpatine returned, and I had to pay $40 US for this. Nope. $40 is too much in my opinion. Although 30 feels a little low, honestly, because, this is definitely a $10 thing. This plus the figure to go with it is definitely a $10 thing. And this is not quite $20 with a figure, but then you have a second figure, and then this. Yeah, I could see this being 30, but 35 more realistic. Do they really sell things at the $35 price point? So they bumped it up to 40. I would like to see this on a discount, a decent sized discount, like 20% off or so would be a good starting point for this one. But I mean, that's not that big of a difference. It just feels not quite right for me. Really good set though. For a 5+ set, I think it's very nicely designed, has a lot of detail for something of that level, and is pretty displayable. I think it fits into Lego City in general. Just change out the engine here, put a different slope on that, and it looks pretty respectable. Of course, take the chain off the back. I think this thing here is fine, or you can compress it down so that it doesn't, just adjust the design a little bit so that it doesn't have as much of a tail here for the trigger mechanism, and I think it's just fine as is. And this is a really good build. These are nice little add-ons that they came out with. It's good to get these colors. I hope these will not remain completely exclusive to this set. So these colors, and then you got the green one. It's also available now. But yeah, hopefully those will become a lot more readily available, and possibly even in different colors, because I know a lot of people are going to like stuff like that, and they're very useful for doing signs. If nothing else, just use the backside where there is no hole for the face. Just, there's a lot of good stuff here. Just wish it was cheaper. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.